Right, just a quick one on the spoiler. Obviously the spoiler was Atlas Grey, which shouldn't be, it should be matte black, or satin black, whatever it is. But obviously I wanted the texture on it. So what I've done, a few people have done undersealing, sort of chuck bed liner kind of stuff. So all I've done is just Scotch Brighted it down, so it's all got a decent thing to paint on. And I've used Quick Colour, whatever it was, Screwfix I think. And I've just done a dusting from like probably double the distance the way you should spray at, just to get sort of, if it'll focus in enough, that kind of texture. Obviously yes, it is uneven at the moment, so I'm going to let that dry and then continue on doing a couple more coats just like that, so it doesn't get a smooth coat and it leaves it sort of half textured, if you know what I mean. So I'll let that dry and see how that comes out. That's what it was like. This is a boot plinth, same detail on this, obviously been painted, so that's going to get rubbed down now, and the same squirting of paint, and see how they come up, and hopefully it comes up nice, which will be a nice job, pardon me, to stick them on. Car wise, boot glasses in, chuff with that. That popped, that was a used seal. I was sort of uncertain whether to use old or new seals, because obviously I don't want to buy an old seal, can't see anything anyway. I didn't want to buy an old seal, put it in and it split, but for the sake of 10 quid, I thought I'd give it a punt, and it's gone in nice. You wouldn't even notice it's an old seal. So yeah, picked up some more bits from Mr. Moss at Dubstock. So that's a rear window seal, got that in. Got the driver's seat in. A few more little bits of trim I need on the side of the passenger seat, handbrake cover, little bits and bobs, but seats in, dash, seats in there. Anyone want a dash? Yeah, seats in there. I've got the wet sanding papers turned up, and I've picked a little flexi pad. It's soft on one side, quite hard on the other, so I'm going to use that just wet sanding. So I'm going to start wet sanding that this, I don't know, next couple of days or something. Probably do the roof first, get all that done, and then see how that goes. I've got a few foam pads and stuff turning up for the DA. So yeah, once that turns up I'll get on with the wet sanding, but let's see how this spoiler goes for the moment, because then once that's done I can lob that back on. Well, as you can see from the pictures, that texture on that, if it'll focus on, that texture's come up perfect I think for an OEM spoiler. And that's literally just what I was doing with the paint. Instead of holding the paint, what sort of that distance, you're sort of doubling it, and you'll just want to even dusting over it, and as soon as that dries, gives you a nice, really nice simple texture, not too much, just enough, so I'm happy with that. So it's looking good. Spoilers on. I can't remember if I got with that rear sticker, whether the sticker goes under there or not, but it's only 3 bolts, it won't take too long to get it off. Cool. I've started the wet sanding with the 2500 grit. I sanded all this side earlier of the quarter panel. Obviously I'm not doing where the wheel arch is, or the body line that sits in there, because there's going to be a sticker, or the lower part, the back end, because obviously the bumper's going to be in, the rest of it's stone chip anyway. So I've just gone over this with the Maguire's 105. Gone over that ultra cut. Still using the just a pad at the moment, and a little bit of water on there, and the polish, and just work it in nice and gently. So I'm just going to leave this to dry, and then buff it all off and see where we are. I also bought a new Auto Finesse Ultra Plush microfiber cloth. It's very soft. Use that for buffing off, but I'll use that big blue one, which is the same as that Auto Finesse one. But I'll use that first, because that's slightly old, just to get all this off. and then when I go over it again with the ultimate polish, I'll then use the auto finesse one to polish off that, buff off that. So let's see how this comes off. There we are, that's all buffed off. Buffed off the ultimate cut, then I went over it with the ultimate ultimate polish. That's buffed off really nice. I've got a few little bits of swirl marks. I say I'm not a professional valeter, I don't do this all the time. So I'll just have a little Google what's best to do with swirl marks. Only little ones, but compared to what it was, looks really good. Really happy with that. Like I say, I did spray this in the garage, so it's not going to be perfect, but that is lovely. Right, sorted.